Hey, Wayne here. Got a few stories I want to share with you today. First, I'd like to ask you to please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It really helps the channel out and gets me closer to monetization. So if you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it. Okay, check this out. Multiple U.S. service members were injured in Iraq over the weekend after Iranian-backed terrorist groups fired a large number of missiles at a base. At approximately 6:30 p.m. Baghdad time, January 20th, multiple ballistic missiles and rockets were launched by Iranian-backed militants in western Iraq, targeting al-Assad Air Base. U.S. Central Command said in a statement most of the missiles were intercepted by the base's air defense systems, while others did impact the base. Wow. Officials began conducting damage assessments shortly after the attack, and a number of U.S. personnel are undergoing evaluation for traumatic brain injuries, the statement added. Fox News reported at least 2 U.S. soldiers suffered traumatic brain injuries. During the attack, more than 15 U.S. Patriot surface-to-air missiles were launched from the base to intercept the incoming Iranian missiles, the report added. CBS News noted that the terrorist attack was at least the 144th such attack that Iranian-backed terrorist groups had launched against U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria since Hamas launched its unprecedented terrorist attack on Israel on October 7th, murdering more than 1,200 people. The use of ballistic missiles rather than rockets represents a continued escalation of tensions in the region. Tensions that Iran is responsible for creating and escalating. Major Iranian-backed terrorist groups in the region that have launched attacks against either the U.S. or Israel in recent months includes, but is not limited to, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, and the Islamic resistance in Iraq. Don't sound like Iran's going to stop.
Then we'll still probably turn out.
It don't sound like Iran's going to stop until they get World War III going, if it hasn't already started. What do you guys think? I think we might be at the beginning of World War III. Concord, New Hampshire, Associated Press. Donald Trump's effort to march to the Republican presidential nomination faces perhaps its greatest challenge on Tuesday, when voters in New Hampshire hold the first in the nation primary. I don't think you'd have any problem myself. The former president enters the contest emboldened by his record-setting performance in last week's Iowa caucuses. But New Hampshire has a more moderate political tradition and primary rules that allow the unaffiliated voters to participate in the race. Trump-backed MAGA candidates have struggled here in recent years. Nikki Haley is hoping to capitalize on those vulnerabilities. The former UN ambassador is the only candidate left in the GOP primary aiming to defeat Trump outright. After a disappointing finish in Iowa, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is effectively surrendering New Hampshire and focusing on South Carolina's February 24th primary. A Haley victory would usher in a more competitive phase of a primary that Trump has so far dominated. A Trump win, however, could create a sense of inevitability around the prospect that he could become the GOP nominee of the third consecutive time. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. He's going to be the nominee. I don't think Haley's going anywhere. She's like, I'm not sure exactly how much right now, but 30, 40 points down from Trump. If she won New Hampshire, it probably wouldn't help her enough to be a threat to Trump. For almost 20 years, Haley has worked to navigate Republicans' rightward march, trying to cultivate both the GOP establishment and the firebrand conservative base that gave rise to Trump. She is seen as either a pragmatic unifier or a finger-to-the-wind politician. I think the finger-to-the-wind's more like it. Let's see where the wind's blowing, just so she can say what she thinks people want to hear. And as she seeks the Republican nomination, her political pivots have become her opponent's most persistent line of attack. Well, of course, it should be. Maybe she can be a bit of a chameleon, said former State Representative Doug Brandon, a fellow Republican. The governor and I did not get along, he said. That doesn't mean that she isn't a brilliant politician. I don't know about brilliant, but that's about all I got today, folks. I'm still experimenting with what I'm doing here and trying to get my footing with everything. If you guys could like, subscribe, comment, and share, I sure would appreciate it. It really helps the channel out a lot. Gotta go. Peace out.